A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charm. Hey, how you doing? Just wandering through the alphabet here with essential oils from Young Living. I'm Jay. Hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday today, and let's get to it, shall we? I is for, see, now when I say I is, that just, my mother was a grammar teacher, so I want to say I am, or, no, it's I is for Idaho Grand Fir, and I'm sure my mother would approve of that grammar. So, what is Idaho Grand Fir? It's sometimes called Western white fir. Idaho Grand Fir is a tremendous conifer oil. It's native to the regions of Idaho. There you go. And also the Pacific Northwest. We have them growing here in Oregon, here and there, and I love seeing them. They're really nice. They are one of the biggest species of fir in the world, and these trees can commonly grow to about 200 feet. That's a pretty big tree. They also make really good Christmas trees, but that's when they're about 6, 7, 8 feet. All right, I don't think you want to have a 200-foot grand fir sitting in your living room. That's something right out of Christmas Vacation, isn't it? Anyway, 200 feet is what these things get to. They are monsters. Now, Native Americans used grand fir, Abies grandis is the Latin name for it. They used them for spiritual purposes. They would diffuse the bark and needles. They would burn it and breathe in the smoke kind of thing. That's what the Native Americans did. It was a very, very important tree in their spiritual beliefs. Again, very popular Christmas tree as well, but usually when it's in the smaller size, they can grow really tall. Idaho Grand Fir essential oil is grounding. It's got a great evergreen aroma to it. It's a wonderful evergreen smell. I love the smell of grand fir. If you're going to do yoga or meditation, or if you're going to have quiet time or prayer, grand fir is a great one to diffuse because it really helps open up those channels in your mind for the acceptance of a higher power, so to speak. All right. Everyone has their beliefs about that. I've got mine. You've got yours. Grand fir, Idaho Grand Fir, I should say Idaho since it is the letter I that we're talking about today. It's one of those oils that's really powerful in that aspect. You can apply it topically as well. It soothes skin, and it also enhances massage following physical activity. So after you've been working in the yard, or after you've run a marathon, which I would know nothing about, if you lift boxes, tote that bale, lift that box, whatever. If your muscles are feeling achy in any way, a little grand fir with some carrier oil in it, really wonderful, soothing massage. Has a very woodsy, grounding aroma, very evergreen. It is definitely one of my favorites as far as conifers. And I know I said that yesterday about hinoki, but to be honest, I really don't have a non-favorite conifer oil. It's conifer oils have a reputation of being masculine. I'll leave the definition of masculine up to you again, because it seems like in the past 10 years, masculinity has a lot of different definitions now. And again, I know what it means to me. It may mean something different to you. But Idaho Grand Fir is one of those that brings out, I'm not going to say it brings out the man in you. No, I'm not going to say that. But what it does is it enhances some great feelings of confidence, which a lot of men could really use. I really think a lot of men could use some confidence. It soothes the tired, fatigued muscles after you've had a hard day. It's the wonderful aroma was traditionally used by, again, Native Americans in the Pacific Northwest to promote a sense of well-being So not just confidence and not just a muscle rub, but also a sense of well-being, which is very important. It promotes the sensation of deeper breathing. All right, now does that make sense to you? There's actually, when you breathe deep, when you take a deep breath, I was always taught in like physical therapy classes and stuff that when you take a deep breath, take it in through your nose, exhale through the mouth, and get your body into it. Make it a workout. Just get it all in. Get as much air in your lungs as possible. And when you're diffusing Idaho Grand Fir and doing those exercises with your lungs, like that, it leaves your brain kind of like, oh, something's going on. It gives you that kind of feeling. I like it because when I do that, when I inhale it and then I exhale it, the roof of my mouth kind of gets that, I can taste the flavor of conifer. I can kind of taste the Idaho Grand Fir, and it's not bad either. It's refreshing. It's uplifting. It balances my well-being. Gives me a little confidence here and there. It's really a great, great oil to have. And it smells like nature. That's the best way I can sum it up, is it smells like nature. You diffuse this and you go wandering through your house, it's going to smell like you're walking through the woods. Except there's not going to be bear, scat, and deer all, it's wonderful. Because all you get is that wonderful Idaho Grand Fir aroma, and it is fantastic. Some of the key constituents that are in Idaho Grand Fir. These are some real winners. You've got beta-pinene, which is an anti-inflammatory. You've got alpha-pinene, which we talked about in length yesterday. Kind of the anti-everything, antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. It's wonderful. If something's got alpha-pinene in it, yeah, you want to have it. Just trust me on that. It's got camphene in it, which helps give Idaho Grand Fir its woodsy aroma, its evergreen aroma. And beta-philandrine, which kind of gives it a little touch of spice. I'm not talking about like cinnamon or nutmeg or any spice like that. What I'm saying is it gives just a little bit of a kick to that woodsy aroma. Now, this oil, Idaho Grand Fir, has been available for a couple years now. Before that, it was marketed as Idaho Balsam Fir. Yeah, I happen to have one of the older bottles here. And Idaho Balsam Fir is what Young Living sold us as for years. Again, same aroma. And what they had to do was they rebranded it as Idaho Grand Fir because the trees they were getting this from was the Abies grandis, which is Idaho Grand Fir. So they named it what it is, Idaho Grand Fir. If you like conifer oils, I guarantee you are going to like that one. Idaho Grand Fir is one that is in my oily tool chest. If there are times when I am feeling a little down, or if I'm feeling confused, if I'm feeling a little iffy, depressed, if I'm feeling like that, I reach first and foremost for a conifer oil. And I'd probably say half the time I grab Idaho Grand Fir. Basically because I have all my conifer oils set up in one area, and I just, I'm grabbing this one. I'm taking this one. I'm taking this one. But Idaho Grand Fir is one of my favorites. And I think you'll like it too. So that's it for the letter I today, Idaho Grand Fir. Tomorrow we will talk about the letter J, and an oil blend that is extremely wonderful, it's powerful, and it's a very special blend with the letter J. So until then, we will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, take care. God bless.